Electric cars have altered our perception of refinement with their near-silent drivetrains. In just a few years, the standards in this particular area have increased enormously. Even so, it's difficult not to be impressed by the overall quietness of the new Maybach S680, a V12-powered limousine that for the most part is every bit as serene as the latest crop of high-end EVs. Set off in the new leather-lined saloon, which has a 180mm longer wheelbase than the new Mercedes-Benz S-Class from which it's derived, and you can't help but marvel at the hushed qualities of its engine. There's an inherent calmness to its operation that puts it in the same exalted class as the Rolls-Royce Ghost for tranquillity. The twin-turbocharged 6.0-liter V12, now mated to Mercedes' own 9-speed torque converter gearbox and 4-motage 4-wheel drive system, is a development of the M277 unit used by its predecessor, the S650, making 603 bhp and a stout 663 pound-feet of torque from 2,000 to 4,000 revolutions per minute. That's 18 bhp and 74 pound-feet less than before, but still 40 bhp and 36 pound-feet more than is made by the 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V12 in the Ghost. The S680 is almost silent at step-off and on light throttle loads, and working it hard on open roads and motorways yields only a distant hum that always remains well isolated. Meanwhile, the gearbox, which can be operated via wheel-mounted paddles, shifts with silky precision. The quietness of the drivetrain is enhanced by Mercedes' active road noise compensation system. This works like noise-canceling headphones, detecting unwanted low-frequency sounds and playing counter-phased sound waves over the car's stereo to cancel them out. Aside from its outstanding calm, the S680 also performs strongly, as evidenced by its 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 4.5 seconds. This is a heavy but quick car, perhaps not in the same league as the Bentley Flying Spur for outright punch, but certainly among the world's most accomplished cruisers. Terrifically seamless, it is enjoyable for the driver as well as soothing for passengers in the expansive rear. What's it like? It's not the sort of car that you muscle around. In fact, there's a degree of delicacy to its operation. It steers with fingertip lightness and, despite its size, great precision. The optional rear axle steering system, which allows the rear wheels to turn up to 10 deg, makes for extraordinary maneuverability in tight spaces. The S680's natural environment is at a sedate pace on city streets, where its low-rev refinement comes to the fore. But it also makes very decent progress out on the open road, where the sophisticated steering and 4-motage system, which sends 31% of the drive to the front and 69% to the rear, makes it much more agile than any 5,469mm long, 1,921mm wide car really has any right to be. Like the Benz S580, it also adopts the latest incarnation of Mercedes' Airmatic air suspension, and the result is extraordinary body control and outstanding ride quality. The level of comfort is clearly above that of the already highly accomplished Benz S-Class. You occasionally sense a mild shimmy over higher frequency bumps, but, despite the underlying softness, there's excellent vertical control. It feels wonderfully tied down and remarkably well composed. Still not enough? If not, you can also specify a number of advanced chassis features, including E-active body control, which constantly levels the car through electronically controlling the spring and damper forces individually at each wheel. Road surface scan, which uses cameras to evaluate the road ahead and then primes the springs and dampers. And curve, which tilts the body into turns, with the height of the inner wheels slightly reduced to preempt any body roll. So configured, the S680 glides from corner to corner, providing the sort of otherworldly handling found on higher specified examples of the Benz S-Class. Plungers within the air springs automatically raise one side of the car and lower the other, so lateral forces acting on occupants are lessened, enhancing the feeling of well-being. For all of its undoubted appeal, though, the S680 can't replicate the uniqueness of the Ghost or Bentley Flying Spur. Granted, Stuttgart's design team has done more this time around to differentiate Maybach models, but there's still no denying that it shares much of its exterior with a Benz. Beyond an optional two-tone paint scheme, there's a prominent new grille within a uniquely styled front bumper, an altered bonnet with a chrome central rib, Maybach emblems on the C-pillars and a reworked rear bumper with differently shaped tailpipes. It's a similar story in the cabin. It's sumptuous and roomy, of very high perceived quality, but once again it draws heavily on that of the Benz. There's a new-look dashboard with rectangular air vents in the upper portion, a multi-function steering wheel with touch-sensitive buttons, a 12.3 inches digital instrument display featuring Maybach-themed graphics, and a 11.9 inches portrait touchscreen dominating the center console. It all looks very tidy. There are far fewer analog controls than before. Even those for the air conditioning are now grouped in a digital menu. Along with touch commands, you can also access most of the functions using voice commands and gestures. A new head-up display featuring augmented reality is an option, as is a new 30-speaker, 1750W Burmester 4D sound system with subwoofers located in the backs of the front seats. It's in the rear, though, where much of the styling efforts are focused. You get a 3-seat bench as standard, although most customers are likely to opt for the 2 individual executive seats, which are each faced by an 11.3 inches touchscreen, in combination with a control tablet that can be used both inside and outside the car. Soft Nappa leather adorns most surfaces in the second seat row, and there's an extra 85mm of legroom over the Benz S-Class, which now comes exclusively in long wheelbase guides, giving the Maybach truly limousine-like accommodation. Buyers can also add silver-plated champagne flutes and a refrigerated bottle holder in the middle of the rear bulkhead, perhaps for congratulatory toasts after clinching business deals. Should I buy one? The S680 delivers incredible refinement, strong performance, outstanding road holding for such a large car, a world-class ride, and a truly exclusive passenger experience. Yet with CO2 emissions concerns at the forefront of the European political debate, it's surely one of Mercedes' last V12 models. So thank you watching this video. Please subscribe this channel.